Women over 50 were not considered weak or fragile. Many remained active, mentally sharp, and physically strong well into old age. Skin diseases, abdominal discomfort, chronic coughs, female disorders, obesity, and fatigue were not lifelong conditions. They were treated often with just 1 or 2 doses of something simple, natural, and powerful. Ancient healers didn't rely on thousands of pills. They relied on plants and fruits, a small number of them only. Among these plants was a remarkable berry that grew in places where life itself struggles to survive. Freezing mountains, harsh winds, barren soils, from the Himalayas to China and Central Asia. Ancient Greeks noticed something unusual about it. Horses that fed on this plant developed shining coats, stronger bodies, and greater endurance. That observation was so striking that they named the plant after it, literally meaning the plant that makes horses shine. The same berry was later used by Tibetan, Chinese, and Mongolian healers to treat digestive disorders, skin wounds, respiratory problems, circulation issues, and female health conditions long before modern science understood vitamins, antioxidants, or fatty acids. Nowadays, that berry is known as seabuckthorn. What truly sets seabuckthorn apart is its extraordinary natural makeup. The berries are packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and beneficial fatty acids in a way few fruits can match. Seabuckthorn is especially famous for its vitamin C content, which is exceptionally high, around 400 to 800 milligrams per by 100 grams of fresh berries, making it roughly 10 to 12 times richer in vitamin C than oranges. Alongside this, the fruit also contains vitamins A and K, often linked with fatty compounds as well as meaningful levels of vitamin E. Measurements have shown alpha tocopherol, the active form of vitamin E, present in amounts comparable to or even higher than many commonly eaten foods. What makes this even more effective is the presence of natural oils in the berries and seeds, which help the body absorb these fat-soluble vitamins more efficiently than most fruits, which typically contain little to no fat. Even more striking is seabuckthorn's fatty acid profile. It is one of the very few plant foods that naturally contains all 4 major omega fatty acids: omega-3, omega-6, omega-7, and omega-9. While omega-3 and omega-6 are common in plants, omega-7, also known as palmitoleic acid, is extremely rare in the plant world. Seabuckthorn pulp, the soft fleshy part of the berry, is particularly rich in this fatty acid, with reports showing it can make up a significant portion of the oil content, among the highest levels found in any botanical source. In contrast, the seed oil is dominated by omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which are essential for human health. Several clinical trials in humans also back up traditional claims. One well-designed study by Larmo et al., 2014, in the journal Metaritas, tested seabuckthorn oil, rich in omega-7, for menopausal vaginal atrophy. Women who took 3 grams of seabuckthorn oil daily for 3 months had significantly better vaginal epithelial integrity than placebo, with a clear trend toward improved vaginal health index scores. In other words, seabuckthorn oil markedly helped heal and maintain the mucous membranes of the vagina, offering a non-hormonal alternative for the roughly 40% of postmenopausal women who avoid estrogen therapy. The findings align well with what is already known about omega-7 fatty acids, which tend to accumulate in the skin and mucosal tissues and support their repair and protection. For more than 1,000 years, it has been used in Tibetan, Chinese, and Mongolian healing traditions. Classical Tibetan medical texts, including the 4 medical tantras from around the 8th century, as well as traditional Chinese medical writings, describe seabuckthorn as a treatment for coughs, digestive disorders, weak circulation, and various skin conditions. Historical records show that it was already considered one of the most important medicinal plants in early Tibetan medicine, Traditional healers viewed it not simply as a general tonic, but as a core remedy, with classic sources emphasizing its special importance in Tibetan and Mongolian formulations. Across Central Asia, folk medicine used sea buckthorn to help treat ulcers, burns, asthma, rheumatism, and high blood pressure. In medieval times, practitioners even fed the berries to animals to improve their health and applied the oil to protect and heal the skin. Its use was so widespread that travelers of the era mentioned herbal teas made from similar plants in Tibet, which were most likely based on sea buckthorn. So, how was this berry used so effectively by women for skin beauty? The answer lies first in its exceptional vitamin C content, which often reaches several hundred milligrams per 100 grams of fruit, far higher than almost any commonly eaten fruit. Vitamin C plays a vital role in immune health, collagen production in the skin, and protection against oxidative damage. When this high vitamin C level is combined with the vitamin E and carotenoids naturally present in sea buckthorn, the result is a powerful antioxidant effect. It helps neutralize free radicals in both the water-based parts of the body through vitamin C and the fat-based parts through vitamin E and carotenoids. Research has even shown that consuming sea buckthorn juice can improve the body's antioxidant status after meals. The second reason lies in its unique fatty acid profile. Unlike most plant oils, sea buckthorn contains omega-7 along with omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-7 is a natural component of human skin oil and is now recognized for its anti-inflammatory and tissue repair properties. This helps explain why sea buckthorn has traditionally been associated with healthier skin, as well as benefits for the gut, eyes, and intimate tissues. Finally, sea buckthorn stands out for its exceptionally high levels of flavonoids and carotenoids, higher than those found in most other berries. These natural compounds are linked to better cardiovascular health by supporting blood vessels and helping manage cholesterol, while also offering strong anti-aging and protective effects on the skin. Human studies have shown that supplementation with sea buckthorn oil can speed up the healing of burns and wounds and reduce symptoms of inflammatory skin conditions such as eczema. These effects are likely due to the combined action of its fatty acids and antioxidant vitamins. Overall, modern research supports what traditional use suggested long ago. Sea buckthorn's benefits for skin, circulation, and overall vitality are firmly rooted in its rich mix of vitamins, healthy fats, and plant compounds. When we look at all these benefits, a natural question arises. If sea buckthorn is so valuable, why do most people know so little about it, and why is it still produced on such a small scale? With its impressive nutritional and medicinal profile, it seems like a plant that should be widely cultivated. In reality, sea buckthorn has remained a niche crop, particularly in Western countries, largely because it is extremely difficult to grow, harvest, and process efficiently. The biggest obstacle is harvesting. Sea buckthorn berries grow tightly packed along branches that are covered in sharp thorns, making manual harvesting slow, painful, and labor-intensive. One report estimated it takes roughly 600 man-hours per acre, about 1,500 per hectare, to hand-harvest ripe sea buckthorn. The berries themselves are very soft and easily crushed, so even careful hand-picking often results in damaged fruit and loss of valuable juice and nutrients. Mechanical harvesting has been attempted, but it usually performs poorly. The thorns catch in machinery, the berries do not detach easily, and the process often damages the branches. As a result, mechanical methods typically recover only a small portion of the crop while causing harm to the plants. The only harvesting method that works well on a larger scale is the frozen branch technique. In this method, entire fruit-bearing branches are cut and quickly frozen at very low temperatures, typically to around 20 degrees Celsius. Once frozen, the berries harden and can be shaken off the branches with much less damage. While this approach is used in some regions, it requires costly industrial freezers, specialized equipment, and precise timing to ensure the berries are harvested at peak ripeness. The high upfront investment makes this system impractical for most farmers and unsuitable for large-scale, low-cost agriculture. Modern farming favors crops that are easy to harvest and process, and seabuckthorn, with its thorns and delicate fruit, does not meet those requirements. These production challenges create further commercial limitations. Seabuckthorn is usually processed as frozen fruit or cold-pressed oil, both of which require careful storage and handling. In addition, the berries have an intensely sour, sharp flavor that many consumers find difficult to enjoy on its own, often requiring sweetening or blending in food products. Together, these factors have kept seabuckthorn largely confined to regions where it has a long tradition of use, such as Scandinavia, Russia, China, and the Himalayan regions. They also help explain why seabuckthorn products are relatively expensive and mostly found in supplements and niche cosmetic products rather than as everyday foods, despite their exceptional benefits.
Every few years, a new rule about drinking water goes viral. Someone says, never drink water during meals. Another says, always drink exactly 20 minutes before eating. These rules sound scientific, but they also create confusion and fear around something as basic as water. The truth is, the human body is far more intelligent and adaptable than these rigid rules suggest. To understand when and how to drink water, we need to understand what actually happens inside the body during digestion. When we eat food, digestion begins in the mouth, where saliva starts breaking down carbohydrates. From there, food travels to the stomach, where strong stomach acid and digestive enzymes work together to break down proteins. This acid is not fixed or fragile. The stomach constantly adjusts how much acid it produces depending on what and how much you eat or drink. This is a key point most myths ignore. Drinking water does not permanently dilute stomach acid or stop digestion. If the acid becomes slightly diluted, the stomach simply produces more. This process is automatic and well controlled in healthy people. Drinking water before meals can be helpful, but it is not mandatory. Having a glass of water 15 to 30 minutes before eating improves hydration and can make digestion feel more comfortable. In some people, especially those trying to manage weight or blood sugar, it can reduce overeating by increasing a sense of fullness. However, skipping pre-meal water does not damage digestion. It is a helpful habit, not a medical requirement. During meals, small sips of water are completely safe. In fact, water helps soften food, making it easier to swallow, especially dry or fiber-rich meals. It also helps fiber move smoothly through the digestive system, which reduces constipation. The problem arises only when large amounts of water are consumed very quickly during meals. This can stretch the stomach, cause bloating, and in some people trigger acid reflux. The discomfort people feel in these cases is often mistaken as poor digestion, when it is actually mechanical pressure in the stomach. After meals, drinking water is also safe. There is no scientific evidence that drinking water after eating causes weight gain, fat storage, or indigestion. Water has 0 calories and does not interfere with nutrient absorption. Medically, water does not damage digestion, but in today's lifestyle, where most people eat heavy and fatty food and already suffer from acidity and bloating, waiting 30-40 minutes before drinking large amounts of water can reduce discomfort. Small sips are still fine. Where these myths often come from is confusion between discomfort and damage. People with acid reflux, gastritis, ulcers, or sensitive stomachs may feel worse when they drink large amounts of water around meals. For them, spacing water intake and taking small sips is more comfortable. But this does not mean water is harming digestion. It simply means their stomach is more sensitive to pressure and volume. The most important medical principle is simple. Drink water according to thirst and comfort. The body has evolved over thousands of years to manage food and water together. There is no universal timing rule that applies to everyone. Instead of fearing water, people should focus on avoiding extremes, such as chugging large volumes very fast, and pay attention to how their own body responds. In conclusion, drinking water before meals can be helpful. Sipping during meals is safe, and drinking after meals is fine. Water supports digestion, metabolism, kidney health, and overall well-being. The real problem is not when you drink water, but how much and how fast you drink it, especially if you already have a digestive condition. When science replaces myths, something becomes clear. Water is not the enemy of digestion. It is one of its quiet supporters.
The fitness world is full of lies. We've all heard these slogans: no pain, no gain. Carbs are the enemy. If you're not sore, you didn't work hard enough. They sound powerful, but most of them are completely wrong. They were never based on real science. They were built on half-truths, trends, and misunderstandings of how the human body actually works. Real fitness isn't about punishing your body. It's about understanding it. Your muscles, hormones, and metabolism all work together like a perfectly tuned engine. So before you believe the next gym guru on the internet, let's bust the biggest fitness myths holding you back. Myth number 1, pain means progress. They say no pain, no gain. But that phrase is one of the most dangerous lies in the fitness world. Yes, discomfort means effort, but sharp pain, that's your body's alarm. It's not a sign of strength, it's a cry for help. When you lift or run, you create micro tears in your muscles. With rest, those tears heal and grow stronger. That's progress. But when you ignore pain, those micro tears become major injuries. Tendinitis, muscle strains, even chronic joint damage. And your body's response? Inflammation, high cortisol, weakened immunity. The truth? Growth happens not in pain, but in recovery. Your rest days build your strength. Myth number 2, skipping meals helps you lose fat. This myth has destroyed more metabolisms than fast food ever could. The logic sounds simple. Eat less, lose more. But your body isn't a calculator. It's a living, adaptive machine. When you skip meals, your body enters survival mode. Your metabolism slows down, your insulin balance shifts, and instead of burning fat, your body starts storing it. Worse, it begins breaking down muscle tissue for energy. And that's not all. Prolonged fasting without guidance raises cortisol, crashes your energy levels, and triggers binge eating later in the day. It's a vicious cycle that looks like discipline, but it's really damage. The real key to fat loss isn't skipping meals, it's eating smart. Balanced meals with protein, fiber, and complex carbs keep metabolism steady and hormones stable. Myth number 3, supplements are always safe. In a world obsessed with shortcuts, supplements promise instant power. But behind that shiny label often hides a chemical cocktail. Many so-called natural supplements are unregulated. Some contain undeclared steroids, stimulants, or even heavy metals. Long-term use can damage your liver, kidneys, and heart. Protein powders high in artificial additives can spike insulin. Fat burners loaded with caffeine can cause heart palpitations and anxiety. And stacking multiple products without guidance? That's not fitness. That's chemical warfare on your own body. Supplements should supplement, not substitute, real nutrition. If your diet is poor, no powder will save you. Myth number 5, fitness is only about the body. We've been told fitness is about how you look, not how you feel. Abs over anxiety, muscles over mindfulness. But that mindset is destroying mental health. Thousands suffer from body dysmorphia, a disorder where you can't see your body as it truly is. Even when fit, they feel small, weak, incomplete, because the chase never ends. True fitness begins inside the mind, in your sleep, your breathing, your peace. A fit body without a calm mind is just armor without a soul. Hence, the conclusion of the debate is the human body is miraculous. It doesn't need perfection. It needs care. You don't have to starve, suffer, or punish yourself to become strong. You just have to understand how your body truly works. Because the strongest people aren't those who train the hardest. They're the ones who train the smartest. Fitness begins with truth.